In the aftermath of threatening to fight the Teamsters president during a Senate hearing, Markwayne Mullen has been doing damage control. And yes, it is quite cringy.
With him there, and he says, I'm not really the type to fight in front of everybody, but I'll fight you in the backyard. I was like, fine, okay, whatever you want to do, Sean. We can do it in what backyard? Where would you like to do this at?
Welcome into TYT Overruled. I am your host, Adrienne Lawrence.
Senator, I got to be honest. I don't think this is going to hurt you with the people of Oklahoma. I think your popularity probably will go up tenfold as a result of that. He called you out. You called him out for calling you out. And that's kind of old school the way it used to be, isn't it?
Right. People tell me, I've had media come out to me and says, this isn't coming of a senator. I was like, listen, I'm a guy from Oklahoma first. In Oklahoma, you don't do this.
Markwayne Mullen, a former MMA fighter for a whole 6 months, left last week's hearing feeling quite chesty. But as the hours went by, it became quite clear that the junior senator from Oklahoma realized his behavior wasn't a good look. Mullen hopped on the Ruthless podcast offering this purported backstory in hopes of rationalizing his mid-hearing offer to fight Teamsters president Sean O'Brien.
It's when he flat out said, you know where to find me?
Oh, yeah, that I knew.
Anytime, any place. Cowboy. And I thought, okay. we can settle this. I'm done. And of course, I when I shot back at him this summer, and I said, let's okay, anytime, any place. Here you go, September 30th, Tulsa, Oklahoma, for charity MMA fight. What was not told is that his team actually got back to us and said, hey, would you be willing to do 1 minute rounds in boxing? I was like, sure, whatever. Let's do 1 minute rounds of boxing. Then they came back with another offer, and I was like, sure, I don't care, whatever you guys want to do. And then I literally responded, and I said, listen, I will wear boxing gloves. He can wear MMA gloves. I don't care. If you guys want to do this, let's do it. And then they went totally silent, and they didn't say anything else. And well, then leading up to this, the guy started getting lippy again with I'll leave the Democrat colleague out. Sure. But he goes, well, tell him I don't want to do it in public. We'll fight in the backyard. To which his buddy, who's from New Jersey, who's a congressman, goes, you don't want to do that either.
Sure, Markwayne. Definitely sounds like you were completely warranted in trying to throw hands with a witness mid-Senate hearing. Anyway, once Mullen realized his Ruthless podcast appearance wasn't doing him any favors, the 46-year-old father of 6 made this video for his constituents.
In fact, one time he had one of his buddies call me with him there, and he says, I'm not really the type to fight in front of everybody, but I'll fight you in the backyard. I was like, fine, okay, whatever you want to do, Sean. We can do it in what backyard? Where would you like to do this at? But then again, it wasn't face-to-face. So when he was coming to this hearing, I told him not to bring this guy in. He's a thug. You're going to bring him in here, it's going to cause problems. They chose to go ahead and bring him in. And all I did was simply read word for word what he said. Wasn't mad. Wasn't really personal. I'm just going to call the bully for what he is. If you have the ability to stand up a bully, then you need to stand up to him. Otherwise, they're going to continue to bully people around, and eventually they're going to hurt somebody really bad. So guys, I get asked, would you do it again? Yep. I got asked, is this incumbent of a senator? I don't know. Because before I was a senator, I was a guy from Oklahoma. And in Oklahoma, we don't deal with that stuff. You run your mouth, you're going to get called out on it. That's just simple. Be responsible for your words. The way I raise my kids. If you're going to do something, say something, then you're responsible for those words. You need to own it. And that's all I did. I was making him own his own word.
Even taking his backstory at face value, it seems Mullen was embarrassed by his behavior. And he should have been, especially after this Fox appearance from O'Brien.
Together. It was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen, because first he says we're consenting adults, which was bizarre because it sounded like he wanted to date me. Then he asked to fight me, and I'm hearing now he wanted to bite me. And then the last post he made was in front of a cache of automatic weapons where he says anytime, any place. So make up your mind. Do you want to date me, fight me, bite me, or shoot me? It's crazy. We're there for one reason only. It's to, tell our side of the story and get some feedback and maybe develop some relationships for the betterment of working people.
Do you think this will be the end of the issues between Mullen and O'Brien? You let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit those like and follow buttons. And thanks for watching.
His statements are fiction at best.
Fiction? I read them.
What?